I'm something silly, but we're here now. Hi, I'm Amaria Taylor and welcome to my YouTube channel. I guess I wanted to come back on here to reintroduce myself and talk a little bit about me with an added list of how I knew I was a lesbian or signs that could have told me that I was gay. Which is funny because I follow this TikToker that had their YouTube deleted or something like that. They're talking about it. They do like van life with their girlfriend. She does van life with her girlfriend. And that led to like talks about relationships with these other videos that popped up from different creators on here that were talking about their signs they knew or should have paid attention to let them know that they're gay. And I was like, I remembered how I looked for that video when I was like 16 years old and could never find it. I mean, I'm saying 16 because I didn't have like access to a phone until I was about 16. I had a pad, but that was as far as I could go. So I would look like, how do you know you're gay? How do you know? And nobody was on here, and it would have helped to have older people or just people around my age or in my category, because I'm not that much older, to show me and tell me exactly, you know, why I was feeling this way or how they knew or something. So with that being said, I live in North Carolina. I'm planning on moving sometime soon, hopefully to just go travel for a little bit. My first stop, I'm thinking, is Mexico. Not New Mexico, just Mexico. And then after that, who knows? I want to go to Paris. I want to go all over the world and just travel. And then the end goal, or sometime in 2025, I want to be living in LA or in New York to keep pursuing my dream of becoming an actor. I'm writing my own book and I'm trying to self-publish. So we'll see if we keep going the self-publish route. Yeah, but I'm excited about it and I am going to hopefully release it this year. My book is a book of poems. I love poems and I love just a whole story in short little tiny increments, or a whole feeling or emotion of some sort that tells something or shows something, some sense of depth of feeling of some sort, whatever it may be, whether that's sadness, depression, anxiety, love, obsession, whatever it is. I like writing about those things. So this book is called Autumn in October, and it is about me falling in love with somebody and getting my heart broken and then realizing who I am in the midst of that and how to be authentically myself. So let's get to the juicy bit. How did I know that I was gay? A little disclaimer, if you match or have some of these signs, it does not mean that you are gay. I should not say gay. I like to say lesbian, queer, or lesbian. Doesn't mean that you're a lesbian or a queer or bi, but it could be a slight factor that you are. I was raised very Christian religious, so this was very hard for me to come to terms with, and I kept prolonging it until I was like 21, I guess. Well, maybe 20. It's been 3 years since, and all I can say is I wish I would have done something about it sooner. Like, I wish I just would have been myself a lot sooner. So, number one, I thought all boys were very unattractive. Like, cringy, unattractive. Like, in the way of, he was like a child. Even if he was my age or older. Like, so even if we were the same age, even when I was younger, I saw him as like a little baby kid. Like, that's how unattractive he was to me. Every guy. Number two, somebody told me that they had crushes on these boys and they were describing them or pointing them out to me. And there was a group of us girls and they were all going around pointing out which boys they thought were cute. And they're like, it's your turn. Like, what boy do you think is cute? Who do you have a crush on? And I'm looking around because I'm like feeling a little like confused. Not because I didn't know what a crush was, but because I didn't know what boy I had a crush on. And then this girl tells me, she's like, Amaria, a crush is when you want to hold hands and kiss a boy. And I was like, I know what a crush is. And so I looked at her and then I was like, I'd rather kiss and hold hands with girls. So that was probably the second sign, me wanting to kiss and hold hands with the girls. And they were like, and I was like, no, like your best friend. And they were like, yeah, I should have known, but I didn't. Sign number 3, I would get incredibly jealous if my friend started having a boyfriend or started seeing a boy or talking to a boy and he would come around or she mentioned him. I would get extremely jealous and like almost like angry. Like I would shut down completely, be completely silent because I was incredibly fuming with jealousy. Not because of the guy, but because the guy wasn't anywhere near the girl that was my best friend at the time. I would make the biggest deal out of it and not want them to hold hands. And then I would hold their hand, my friend's hand. And I thought that was normal. I thought people did that. I thought that was best friend things. And it only happened for some girls, so I should have known that maybe it was something different because it wasn't happening for every girl friend that I had. Just a few select ones here and there. And those were the girls that I had crushes on, obviously. Another sign about my gayness is that I had this one friend and we would talk in the bathroom or wherever we were. Usually we met up at church or like this church thingy, Bible study, whatever. And we would talk and like in secret about growing up and getting married and living like next door or having a really, really big house where we lived together and raised our children together. And our husbands would be working, like they were out working and we were at home moms and they were like traveling for work. They had to travel for work and we were left to raise the kids together, and sometimes we would kiss to practice for when our husbands got home. That was our little story plot, our little imagination that we came up with. Yep. Another sign that I was gay was that if I ever saw a lesbian out in public, usually it used to be older women, but as I got older as a teenager, there were more teenagers around that would have like a girlfriend in public and they would like be holding hands or kissing or you knew that they were together. And I would think about it all day long after we left, constantly like think about it and be like completely jealous, like hardcore feeling like how dare they get to be together, like jealous. Like I never felt that way for like straight people. Like straight people are always together kissing, holding hands, but for lesbians dressing nice the way they do and just being able to be together, I used to think like she gets to be with her best friend, why can't I? And I still didn't think that I was gay. Like I thought that and still didn't think, oh fuck. Another sign, my final sign, is that if anybody talked negatively about gay people, which I heard it a lot growing up as a Christian in the Christian faith, I would just get visibly angry. Like I'd be so angry inside, fuming, like how dare they talk this negative about gay people? They don't even know these gay people. Like that doesn't like determine that I was going to be gay, but because I'm also a very sensitive person, but it just rubbed me so wrong. Like it rubbed me with deep like that's yucky. It's yucky how you can think that and feel that way. Like even though it's a sin, I don't think that about them. I love them anyway type of thing. I hated the negative talk surrounding it. And of course now I don't believe it's a sin or anything. It's just who you are, how you're created, and I feel good about that. I know I said that was my final one, but I don't think it's gonna be my final one. Traditionally, this question is like something that people answer or say for one of their things, which was a part of my journey, was looking up girls kissing on the internet. And also when I was 14, and also searching up like girls singing songs about girls, and like I would truly search up girls singing songs about girls, and that's how I found Hayley Kiyoko, which is funny because I'm still obsessed with her music because it takes me back to when I was like young teenager having crushes on girls, and like I was like, yes, I'm okay to feel this way. So if you ever struggle with your gayness, let me tell you, it's valid. And not just your gayness, your queerness, I should have said. It's valid, and we are who we are, and don't let anyone tell you differently. Deep down, you know, like, even if you have to go through conditioning, and I know a lot of girls suffer with cumhead. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but something like that, which is understandable given the society that we live in today, but also it's not something that has to defeat us, and we can find what we're looking for if we just surrender. So I hope this helped you in any way if you are younger and still trying to come to terms with, or if you're older, because I don't want to invalidate the later in life lesbians that come out when they're like in their 40s. Like, you guys are still valid. Sometimes it takes a lot of time to get to where we are comfortable with saying, or comfortable with actually exploring that parts of ourselves. And I think it's beautiful once we come to that discovery and see who we want to be and who we really are. And I am happy that now I get to look in the mirror or go out, take pictures, and be like, I am that lesbian that I used to be jealous of when I used to go out. I am that person. That's me. It makes me so excited. And to conclude this, I really hope you guys join me on this journey of just my authentic expression and who I am. And that's not just the queer parts of me, that is like everything, because I have so much that I want to come on here and talk to you guys about, and I'm so excited. So thank you for staying tuned. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to know more, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I will link them, you know, in my bio, or above or below, whatever the case may be. I don't know why I said bio. I'm thinking about my Instagram. But I will link it, and you guys can follow me there. Bye.